Hi, you guys. This is Deka King, holistic breast specialist and naturopathic doctor here in the Houston, Katy area. And today I just want to create this quick video on breast cancer prevention kit that we offer in the office. This is something that we try to encourage our clients to include as part of their everyday supplement intake so that they can keep their breast healthy for long periods. So let's go ahead and get started. So once again, this is Deka King, a holistic breast specialist and naturopathic doctor here in the Houston area. And our discussion today is going to be on the prevention protocol that we offer, and we really want to focus on why we use it by giving you information on the 3 products that we will be discussing today. And those products are the selenium, the iodine, and vitamin D. So all 3 of these working synergistically are really great for breast health, and this is why. The first thing that we want to talk about is the iodine. When you take iodine, it collects in your breast tissue. Cancer cells basically attract iodine, and so as long as we have iodine in our body, we're able to ward off a lot of these things. So once iodine is inside the cancer cell, it shrinks it and then kills it. And only the cancer cells is sort of like chemotherapy, so to speak, for cancer cells. But in this case, the iodine focuses only in cancer cells and not killing all cells. Selenium is needed to activate the iodine that we are taking as part of our supplementation. And the vitamin D basically helps build the receptors in that cell that iodine attaches to. So let's focus on the iodine. So iodine is used to make thyroid hormone for our body. That's one of the things that we discuss in the office when you're here, because it controls body temperature. And if you've been in my office, you know that low body temperature allows cancer cells to proliferate. So taking iodine is a really great way of warding that off. And I always ask whether you have cold hands and feet. And I always ask whether you have tingling and numbness, because that is something completely different. So we want to make sure that we're controlling our body temperature. And in order to do that, we need a good source of iodine. So iodine also controls the direction of fluid flow through teeth, protecting from dental decay. And so that's another thing that we discuss in the office, which is basically dental health connection to breast health and the need for iodine. And iodine also controls the conversion of food to energy metabolism, and we talk about that in a little bit. And it also controls every hormone in our body. So how essential is iodine? Very essential. It also detoxifies chemicals such as fluorine and chlorine and bromine from our bodies, which can be very toxic at a certain level. It also helps detoxify heavy metals such as mercury. Once again, here's your dental connection to breast health and iodine. Iodine also helps detoxify biological toxins, food poisoning, snake venoms. And it is used as a surveillance mechanism for abnormal cells in the body. So basically, the lower the iodine level, the higher the chances of abnormal cells developing in your body. Also, iodine triggers apoptosis, which is cancer cell death. This is something that we want to encourage in our system, in our bodies. Iodine can also be used as an antiseptic activity for bacteria, algae, viruses, parasites, and fungus. And it also helps by making the external proteins non-allergic that we're getting into our body. So we don't want to have reaction to those things. And it also helps as an anti-autoimmune mechanism by making intracellular protein in your blood non-allergic. Okay, that's a big one. And it also controls connective tissue functions and helps block the spread of breast cancer. So there's a lot of really great benefits to making sure that you're having the proper level of iodine in your system at all times. So now we move on to selenium. So selenium is the most important role in selenium in the body is the activation of thyroid hormone. So we've all heard about T3 and T4. Well, selenium helps to convert our storage form of thyroid hormone to an active form of thyroid hormone. So it's necessary in the conversion of storage T4 to active T3 in order to be utilized properly in our body. Several studies have also shown that the termination of selenium in the body or in the blood could be used as a non-invasive basic diagnostic parameter in clinical assessments of malignant breast disease. And basically what that means is by knowing the level of selenium in your body, you can determine whether you have any sort of malignancy in breast disease. So the lower the level of selenium, the higher the chances of malignancy in that area. So basically women with breast cancer had a significant lower value of selenium in their system. So women who carry the BRCA1 gene mutation were found to have more chromosome breaks than women who did not carry the mutation. But when women with the BRCA1 mutation were given selenium for 3 months, the number of their chromosome breaks were reduced to the ladies with normal breast genes. That's very important. And then we want to talk about vitamin D. Vitamin D is involved in the observation of cells and basically allows them to survive if they are the right type in the right place, or to help them commit suicide, once again, apoptosis. Okay. Vitamin D also reduces blood vessel formation around tumors and reduces the ability of tumors to metastasize, which is, this is one of the things that when we're doing thermography screening, we're trying to make sure that there aren't any blood basically feeding into one area, because that allows us to know, lets us know that those blood vessels are food sources for tumors, and we want to make sure that we're preventing that. Once again, low levels of vitamin D in the blood are strongly associated with elevated cancer risk. Once again, the lower levels of vitamin D, the higher risk of cancer, okay? So compared to people with higher vitamin D levels, those with low levels had an 83 to 150% increased risk of developing cancer. That's a huge, huge risk. And so taking vitamin D just as a supplement, getting them in your food, is very essential in having that number lowered. Also, vitamin D can affect the risk of breast, colon, and ovarian cancers, possibly due to its role in the cell life cycle or its ability to block excess estrogen. And as we know, a lot of breast cancers can be associated to estrogen or pseudoestrogen or xenoestrogen. So we want to make sure that we're blocking those. So what does it cost you to make sure that your chances of breast cancers are lowered? And that is $49. And that includes your organic iodine as a high potency, your vitamin D3, and your selenium. And I like using these products because they're a really good source. They're all natural. There's no additives, no junk in there. And the best part of it is that you're getting the actual product. You're not getting a bunch of fillers. And these are just professional formulas. These are not something that you can find in the grocery store. These are things that have been tested and we've been using in the office with great results. So remember, cancer care is much more expensive than prevention. If you've ever had a lumpectomy or mastectomy, you know that it's not just about the financial expense of cancer care, but it's about the emotional expense. It's about the family involvement. I mean, there's so much more than just finances when we're talking about cancer care. And so, do the math. $49 is a lot less expensive than dealing with something like this that could affect the rest of your life. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'd like to offer you this top 10 prevention tips for keeping your breast healthy. It's an ebook that we offer in our breast health section of our website. If you've been in my office and you've been provided one of these, then that's great. If you haven't, please download it. But if you do have one, please share it with someone who you know this would benefit. Because there's, the chances of someone that having or dealing with some sort of breast health concern is pretty high. So please share it. We want to make sure that everyone that we know, every woman that we know is educated and has at least some idea of the things that they can do to keep their breasts healthy. If you have any questions, please feel free to call our office at 832-422-7271. If you want more information, you can visit our new website at dakakingnd.com. And if you have a lot more questions, you're free to schedule our 50-minute discovery call at our website at www.dakakingnd.com. Thank you so much. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, Daka King, holistic breast specialist and naturopathic doctor here in the Houston, Katy area. Thank you.